I'm going to show you how to find the next 50 or 100x crypto using something called illiquidity candles or illiquidity wicks. Now, the important thing to remember is when you're looking at this strategy, you still have to be looking at projects and coins that have utility. This can't be a micro cap that has under $1 million in volume. This has to be a high quality project, lots of partnerships, and incredible utility. Now, I'm going to show you a few examples of assets that have done this in the past, where they filled their illiquidity candle or filled their illiquidity wick at a later date in the future. And what it essentially means is an illiquidity candle or illiquidity wick forms on a chart when a price is offered on an exchange and there's no buyers at that price. So price continues to depreciate until you actually get some buyers. Now, let's take a look at the first chart here. Aptos is a great example. It's been crazy on Twitter lately. A lot of people talking about it because it's done multi-100% gains while we're in a bear market here. But let's just take a look at this first example. You guys can see the wick over here on October 19th when this got listed on KuCoin. The price was $22.77 per coin. And nobody was really interested in, at least on the daily chart, until about $7.25. And we had a daily candle close up here. And we had the low of the candle around $2.74. From both sides of this, you guys can see that we, first of all, almost filled the bottom of the candle around $3 here, filling almost the bottom part of the candle. And over here, price reached as high as $20.53. So really just a couple dollars short of the previous high here, right? So refilling almost this entire candle. And this was a really quick example here. So from launch to us actually filling that candle was only about 99 days, under 100 days for this example to come to fruition, right? Let's take a look at another example here. Now, this one's a crowd favorite and has incredible utility, was a very big runner in 2021. This is a Kraken chart, a 3-day chart. So this took a little bit longer here, at least to completely fill this. But look at this candle here, right? August 16, 2020, we listed at $50.70. No buyers, all the way down. And we come back up, we fill a little bit of it up towards $7 or so, trade sideways, and then we really explode. So from candle launch to us almost filling here was roughly 243 days. For us to fill it completely was about 447 days. So you guys can see, launch, crash, sideways accumulation comes to fill the wick here. Great example. Here's another example. Hedera Hashgraph, a project that I'm still bullish on and buying currently. Look at this listing back here. This is on the Binance chart, 3-day chart. Listing at 36 cents here. Crashes, sets new lows, absolutely obliterates from the previous lows on this illiquidity candle. Crashes down to a fraction of a penny. Comes up, trades sideways for a long time, and then comes and finally fills this wick here. How long did that take? From here to us actually filling the wick was roughly 548 days. So time can't be a factor in this. You can't look at the illiquidity wick and say it's going to fill it really, really quickly. Aptos filled it in 100 days. Hedera Hashgraph took almost 600 days to fill it, but it did get filled at some point, right? Because there was demand, there was utility, there was partnerships. So one more example here before I show you what crypto I think is going to do the next 50 or 100x or even more potentially in the future if this project continues to build like they've been building. VChain here is another great example, and I think this is going to do well in this next bull run. We can see that the listing here is around 98 cents, about $1 back in 2018. Crash, takes out all of these lows, sets multiple new lows in here, trades sideways, and then fills a good portion of this wick. The previous high in 2021 was 27 cents. So from here, from this candle to us coming up to 27 cents was 966 days. So again, this is not a get rich quick strategy, but it is a strategy that if you want to hold out for some longer term price targets, you can look at those illiquidity candles and illiquidity wicks and potentially pick out some very lucrative long-term hold targets. It's Casper. This is the coin that I think is going to do something absolutely ballistic in this next bull run. And not just because it has this huge illiquidity wick, but because they have been building like crazy. They have so many incredible partnerships. They have high utility with NFTs, upgradable smart contracts, predictable gas fees. I'm not sponsored by Casper, but it is something that I hold and bag aggressively. So if we look at where this illiquidity candle is, it's actually all the way up here at $66 on this 5-day chart. And a whole bunch of breaks there. I know you guys are seeing right now 3.6 cents. $66, $65, you're absolutely crazy. And I don't think that we're going to fill this entire illiquidity wick in this next bull run. But here's what I'm going to show you. If I come down to the day chart on this daily time frame here, and we look at where we actually got some candle closes, we actually got some candle closes up here towards $4.38. And that still seems pretty crazy. But again, we looked at that Polkadot chart, right? Launched at $50, crashed down to a buck, sub $1, and then goes and fills it not once, but 2 opportunities to take profit at that $50 mark. So if we look at where price is currently, right, we have a very similar structure to what we just looked at with VChain, where we had a big crash from those levels, new lows being set here, sideways accumulation. So even if price were to come here from 3.5 cents and just fill up to that $4 mark, right, $4 or $5 here, that is an insane return, right? That is over a 100x if we were to get up towards that $4 mark, right? Now, I do have targets that are a lot lower than that. I'm not going to be a fool and wait until this completely fills. I'm going to trade this up and down, but I will hold on to a portion of my Casper bag to see if we get a full candle fill. Even if I hold on to 5 or 10% of my bag and we get up there towards $4 or $5, that's a tremendous return that I think is worth it, okay? Catch you guys next time. I hope this strategy was helpful.